Hi, my name is Tilak Gupta. I come from India. I'm currently working as a product marketing manager in a biotech company. Prior to that, I work in another company as a field application, and I hold a PhD in biochemistry from Max Planck Institute of Biochemistry. From last 4 years, I am working in different biotech companies, and during this time, I mean, for me, it was journey as also the same. Like I'm doing my PhD, and what can I do? How can I make a successful transition from academia to industry? For example, finding a suitable role, and probably you're also struggling with the same thing. And so I thought about why not? I can share my journey with you guys. And oh my god, this is my first video, and I'm feeling so nervous that even I know what I want to say, I'm still feeling overwhelmed by what I want to say. Um, I would say that if you are watching this video, I'm sure that you want to make a transition. And in order to make a successful transition and find a role that you want to do in industry, I consider that there are three most important things that you should first keep in mind. Number one, you should have a CV lines with the requirements of industry. Academia, we try to write a very long CVs. We always explain things such as our projects, even projects that we did in our bachelor's, master's, and so on. We mention our publications, we mention skills and so on that are relevant for the research, right? But when you are applying for industry, and again, I'm saying it depends on the job. And when I'm talking to you right now, I'm not talking about the scientist position in industry, but like non-research based role. And when you're applying for a job in industry, you need to always tailor your CV in terms of what is the job description and what kind of role you are applying. So for example, if you are applying for a scientist position in a biotech company after your PhD, then of course you would like to mention your publications and the tools and technologies that you have experienced. Imagine you are applying for a role, let's say sales, for a sales position, or for example, you're applying for a role like field application like I did. You not necessarily have to mention your publications, because this is not the most important thing they are looking for. So there are several components, but consider that you should have your CV aligned with what is the current format and what is the requirement in the industry. And try to keep it short. So often in academia, we have a very long CV, like sometimes 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages, and so on. Keep it one page if possible. And if you really could not do it and you have so many things to tell and so on, 2 pages is fine. Keep a normal font size and do not make it look very compressed and so on. You should of course highlight the important skills and expertise, transferable skills that you have done during your PhD. And then how do you think that these skills and expertise are matching with the role you are applying. The second thing is about networking. In the current job market, it's not easy to just apply applications and expecting that you will be hired. I mean, of course, it can work. In the current job market, it's very hard to stand out because there is a possibility that there are more candidates who have a similar profile like you have. And it's very hard to convince a person on the other side who is reading your application, who has never met you, he do not know you personally, or he do not know your energy, he do not know what you can do, what you can bring. All he has is a piece of paper that he's reading. So it's very hard to stand out in the group of like 100, 200, 500 applications. Like, okay, that's where the networking helps. So for example, you are interested in a field application role in a biotech company. And I would say that try to find a person who is already doing such a role in the company. You reach out to them via LinkedIn or through friends, or if you have common connections and so on. Introduce yourself and tell them that you're looking for a job. You're also looking for their advice, if they can suggest you, if they can guide you. And if this person can refer you, there's a higher chance, higher probability that you will get an interview call. And once you have an interview call, you can really showcase during these interviews that who you are, what your personality is, what you're bringing. So I think it's kind of getting one foot in the door is very important. So after having a very good CV, the second you need to have you should explore some networking, because this can also help you to understand not only what is happening in the industry, what skills are more demand, or what are these different companies are looking for, but at the same time it's also helping you to understand the role you want to get in. And knowing a person in a company, knowing a people who are doing a similar role will give you a good perspective that can help you to make a more focused application. And third most important is the cover letter. Cover letter is a way where you write about yourself. You tell them that you understand the role, you understand what is the requirement, and you showcase that the skills that are needed in this job I have, things that I do not know I will learn, and that's why it makes you the suitable candidate for this job. It is not easy, and it's also possible that your cover letter is not being read on HR, so I do not know how this happened, but I'm just saying that you will also hear from people that they said, yeah, people don't read cover letter, you should just have a good CV. I disagree, because if a person looks at your CV and he says that, okay, this candidate looks fine, he has some of the relevant experience, I would like to know more about this person. Having a cover letter about you where you explain that why are you interested in this job. Reason I think you should really spend a good time to design a cover letter. You don't have to write a unique cover letter for different jobs. What skills you will bring and what will you learn in this job? And more importantly, why are you applying for this job? Because when a person sees you on that side, they only know that you're highly qualified PhD. Important question, because when we will think about what kind of questions are being asked in the job interview in industry, this is one of the question. I think it's one of the top 3 questions, that why are you interested in this role, and so on. And the cover letter gives you that opportunity to explain. So I think these are the 3 most important component, and they are all connected with each other. How you write a cover letter is also connected how you are writing your CV, which components you're highlighting, and how some of the things you are taking from your CV and highlighting in your cover letter. It's also connected with your networking, because you learn that and you incorporate them in your cover letter, so the person who is reading your cover letter can get a feeling that you understand what they're looking for.